Welcome to this production of a cycle trip from Freshwater Bay to Fremantle along the Swan River and back by way of Cottesloe in March 2008. My friend's name is Craig, and my name is Dawn, the narrator and producer. We leave from my Peppermint Grove house on Wellington Street, 2 blocks from the Swan River. Children play in the shallows. We push on from Freshwater Bay to Keane Point, just on the other side of the Freshwater Bay Yacht Club. From here it's a ride up on the sidewalk or pathway to MEADS Fish House, along the Mosman Bay foreshore. There's the restaurant there. It's quite an upmarket one, with people anchoring their yachts at the wharf outside. There's even valet parking for those Bentleys and Rolls and Jaguars, not to mention the BMW. This lovely castle overlooks MEADS Fish House and the river. We push up a very steep hill past Jabe Dodd Park. There's a lot of green areas and parks along the entire trip, but this one gives a marvelous view over the Swan. You see what I mean? And here's the Freshwater Bay Yacht Club. We continue along the Swan River, admiring the beautiful view. The architectural style along the river is predominantly modern, with the odd exception of some house from the past. I admire the S bend in the river with the central business district in the background of Perth. There are many areas along the river where you can pull off and have a barbecue or picnic. I'm intrigued by this rather unusual design. We reach the portion where we can turn off the road or footpath and get on a specially constructed cycle path along the river. It cuts through some very scenic areas. These public toilets are self-cleaning, and I believe they cost almost $1 million. Once again, there's lots of barbecue areas and gazebos overlooking the river for the picnickers. It's getting hot. The temperature is getting up to 38 degrees Celsius. A small wharf on the Swan off the cycle path. A display outlines the history of the area, including the large sugar refinery, which we passed the remains of, and the state engineering works, which has now been all removed and replaced by real estate. We reached MINUM COVE and some landscape rehabilitation work. These tea trees were planted outside the state engineering works, designed I believe by C.Y. O'Connor. Some of the lovely real estate which overlooks the river and which we view from our cycle path. A plaque to the state engineering works showing how they manufactured Bren gun carriers during the Second World War. There's not many of these old Federation-style houses left along the river. We reached the Stirling Highway Bridge across the Swan River, going to Fremantle. A view from the bridge looking down the river towards the harbour. From the bridge we descend by a steep cycle path down back to the Swan River. It's a lovely view along this side of the river. The Stirling Highway Bridge looks quite imposing. It's modern and quite long. Looking up the Swan River towards the west bank and admiring the yachts. Our stop is the left